Welcome to Twisted Dice. I'm Darren, and today I'm going to talk to you about orcs. Now, if you clicked on this thumbnail because you saw an awesome bit of artwork, thank you very much. Much appreciated. Really do appreciate it. And if you want to be even cooler, please don't, if you haven't already, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. It helps us out massively and we really do appreciate it. So any support would be absolutely fantastic. And of course, if you want to support us a little bit further, come check out our Patreon or even come check out the membership part on YouTube if it's active yet. Hopefully it will be. But let's get on with the video. Enough self-promotion. Now, looking at this, looking at the points changes for the unit so far, I feel in a cheeky way that actually orcs have actually done right out of this. And I think we've actually come away not bad at all. And that's crazy, right? Because like a lot of army, I keep looking upon the things when I'm not editing and I get to have a little 5-minute look upon social media and see what's going on and seeing all the whinging and like, oh, my army's come up. Deal with it. It's the game. It's the way it works. Come on, man. It's a chance to play new toys, and this is what it's going to be all about. This edition's not about playing, let's be the smack player. Let's play fun and fair. Anyway, let's get straight on with this. So, and this is the reason why I say we have not done bad at all. Considering how good Orc boys can be and what a big part of the army they can be. And I love Orc boys. I really do love the green side. We've only gone up 1 point, 7 to 8 points. You know, 7 points now to 8 points. That's nothing really when you think about it. That's really nothing at all in the grand scheme of things. So all of a sudden you can have that ability to have that big horde of Orc boys coming up the tabletop and, you know, rushing that horde. Okay, granted the war boss has actually gone up an extra 5 points. Am I worried about it? Nah, not really. Look, it is what it is, right? 5 points for a war boss. Look, there's things that you can do to make that 5 points up. Maybe not give him the killer, you know, maybe not give him the killer core. Maybe just give him the big chopper or something like that. At the end of the day, his job is just to make sure those boys, you know, get the ability to move, charge, and run, or to do the smashing heads. You know, just be cheeky. You know, just do a D3 mortal wounds and just take it on the chin. But that brings me to another thing. I've had a couple of games with the Orcs so far, and one of the things that I noticed about this whole new edition was the ability to manipulate the green tide, make that a lot friggin' easier. And it's kind of like, so if you haven't already, check out the battle report that I've done with the Elder. So Elder versus Orcs, a real cool, fluffy type narrative game with me and Tom. And it's, you know, Eldrad trying to fight off against Gazgol. You know, these boys don't like each other anyway. And of course, Gazgol's the man. He is the friggin' man. And of course, I played a fraction I don't normally play, and that was the Goths. But, you know, come check it out. Going into 9th, and I think, like, if I was going to go for a tournament play now, I was kind of thinking maybe Orc boys. I'm still in that mindset of going 90 Orc boys. Like, the board presence you would have could be powerful. Like, yes, okay, you know, the movement wise, that's fine. And I know there's been a lot of people out there have got a big issue about the unit coherency. Please don't worry about it. You know, the games I've played so far with them, it hasn't been an issue at all. You know, 30 Orc boys. One of the things that I would recommend, that if you haven't already, get yourself some movement trays and get the ones where, you know, they're like 5 to a base or something like that. So you know that they're always going to be in unit coherency. Whatever way you play them, they're always going to be in unit coherency. And you can then, as you start losing them off, you can manipulate that to the way you choose to play. And that's pretty much what I've done. And it was absolutely fine. You know, we smashed through that game quite quickly, and that's the cool thing about it. If you know what you're doing, you can do that. But use the movement trays, really important. So, you know, you got this, you got that, and then you got the war boss, which kind of sucks about the extra 5 points. But hey, look, it is what it is, right? 5 points a game is nothing compared to some of the other units that I've seen in other factions go up in points. And it's fine. It's absolutely fine. Now, the only sad thing really, and like the part that upset me, I suppose it doesn't really bother me at all, because I'm not really a grot player. I don't really, the grots are useful for certain things to screen out various different things. But I think now that screen is not totally dead, I think we have to be more smart on how we play our screens. But I don't think we're going to see as much of the screens on the tabletop, and I think it's going to change the way we're going to play things. So the thing like the grot shield, okay, it's not had it. I think it's the points that the grots are going to bring. I don't think it's kind of worth the extra points, because they've gone up big. So they've gone from, what have I got it down from, 3 to 5 points. So that's now the point cost, I believe, as a guard troop. Of course, guards got more benefits than a grot, and I kind of went away thinking, there's got to be a reason behind that. I don't know what that reason is just yet, but there's got to be a reason behind why they've done that massive great point increase. But look, it is what it is. Trust me, go Orc boys. Forget the grots. If you go in grots, then like, what's the point? Go Orc boys. Go for 3 squads of Orc boys. Whether you go 3 small or 3 big. And I think I'm going to do one where it's just like 3 big squads, because the point cost is irrelevant. It's not that important to myself. But then I started looking at other stuff. Now, it's kind of been like a lot of the Orc stuff is I've gone up 3 points or 5 points. It's kind of random. Now there's one unit that I was just absolutely cracking myself up laughing when I saw the point change on it. I was like, okay, that's never gonna happen. As well as the grots, that made me chuckle. But you got like, so like your boys now looking upon like maybe support again, and I still feel that the looters can still play a massive great part in your army. Of course, having the different fractions that part is gonna hurt. So having the looters from like the Evil Sons, from the Bad Moons, and then having Evil Sons Orcs for the +1 charge, I think that's going to take a bit of hammering. I think we can probably manipulate that in a way that we can still get some of those benefits. I think it's just going to be a case of weighing up the pros and cons on whether that's going to be worthwhile doing, because the plus, the re-rolling ones to hit, that's massive on the looters. Like for me, that's really, really important. And plus that strat where you can fire twice, that's massive with the looters. And I find the looters, you can play them so friggin' smart. If you play them right, looters can be an absolutely killer blow. And there's been many games where I played the looters and I played them very, very aggressively, as in like done the warp, to jump, and I've just like pinged them to the other side of the board. And like where you've got a beautiful one, you got the Tech Marine with the bloody Thunderfire cannon. It's the Thunderfire cannon, isn't it? I can't remember what it's called. Man, it's been a while. Anyway, so he sat there behind the building like pop. Can't shoot him, no line of sight, but managed to get that to jump. Chucked him right up in the board edge. Sacrificed. Granted, the looters are gone after that. There's no coming back from that. But I managed to get a bead on that unit and take it out, so it no longer comes a threat. That's why I like looters. And to jump, such a cool little trick. Really, really, really cool. So looters gone up 3 points. That's not major, but as I said, at the end of the day, it's nothing really when you think about it. Now the other thing that was interesting is that you got the Death Dreads. Now this is one of the units that I think is going to be really good in the next edition. And the Death Dread's gone up 10 points, and again, it's not. I don't think that's game changing. I don't think it's like, I don't think it's the same as like how the Abrams, jumped up in stupid points in the Gene Stealer Cult. I don't think that's too bad at all. And I definitely think it's still playable. Like the last battle report we done with the Death Dread, it actually went pretty well, and I was quite happy with what it done. Granted, I wish it could do a little bit more, but it's still not bad for what it's about. Smaller board type means that fella can get across the board and get into combat really quick. And like if I didn't say earlier on, this game is going to be about board control, and that's really, really important because he can cause so much trouble, so much threat. Now the next things I was looking at was with War Boss. Again, he's gone up 5 points. You're gonna need to take one of these, maybe one of them with the Weird Boy, maybe 2 Weird Boys, just to make sure you're getting that to jump off, because that's crucial. And then like the other unit I was looking upon was the Bikers. Now, funny enough, the Bikers have gone up 5 points, and so's the War Trike. So it's kind of like, okay, that's kind of like made me think a little bit like, is it or is it not worth taking it? Because originally it was like, look, the War Trike is going to be absolutely friggin' sick in this in 9th, and the fact that if I'm reading the rules right with regards with vehicles, this fella can now fire his flamers into combat. That is going to be so good, like so good. Granted, look, it's not going to break the game. It's nowhere near going to break the game. But again, smaller board type means he's got a bigger threat range. It's that bigger threat range that's going to make the world of difference. And then like the last thing I was looking upon was like the Storm Boys. I think the Storm Boys, again, they've only got 3 points, so that's nothing really when you consider what the Storm Boys can do. And again, they can get across the table. They can really, put some threat upon your opponent quite quickly. So if you got the boys and you got the Storm Boys jumping on the table, because everyone else's points have gone up as well, that means that some of those bigger units in the past are not going to be as effective. So that actually means that's like another benefit to us orc players, that actually those units are going to be really frigging strong. And I can see orcs still being a powerful force played right on the tabletop, and I'm really excited to see how these orcs play out. But of course, only time will tell. Now, the last one that Killer Cans was another one actually. Before I forget, the Killer Cans for myself kind of gone up a little bit too much now. I don't see them having much. I just don't see them having much play for what they've gone up. I can't remember what they've gone up in points, but it was kind of like I couldn't justify taking the Killer Cans anymore. And that was kind of a shame. But I'm still going to do a battle report. I'm still going to do battle reports with the Killer Cans, because I do like the idea of them, and I think they're going to be absolutely frigging fun. But the last one, and now this is the creme of the creme, like the one that made me chuckle. Now, at many tournaments, you see this unit so often and so widely, and it is the Stomper. I'm joking, by the way. You don't see the Stomper at any tournaments unless you got someone at the bottom of the end of the tournament that's just like looking to have fun. Maybe you would see the Stomper then. But he's gone up 50 damn points, and it's just like, what? Come on, Games Workshop, sort it out. That we need some love on that friggin' Stomper, like we needed it yesterday. And the more they keep playing around with those points, it's just like there's less chance I can see him getting on the tabletop. And of course, we've got Gaz. Gaz is going to look. Gazgol is still going to be a friggin' beast in this edition. I think. Like the way everything's all playing out with like the last game I played with Gaz, I was actually quite impressed with Gaz, and I was actually thinking, actually, do you know what? If I'd done this, and I put the Pain Boy with him, I don't even have to do that. Yeah, yes, I do have to have the Pain Boy to do the. I can't remember what it is. It's like I'll do another video on how to play Gaz, because that is going to be. I can see some real corkers with Gazgol, and it kind of got my brain thinking like, actually, do you know what? Next tournament season, I'm actually going to start using Gazgol more, because I can see there'd be some more, some real benefits with it. Didn't really like the Orc Boys in Goths, if I'm going to be honest. The Exploding Sixes in combat wasn't that, game changing for myself. I actually preferred that +1 charge, and the +1 attack was for me more powerful. But of course, look, Gazgol can make a scene in there. I've just got to figure a way of getting Gazgol in there. But trucks, like I keep seeing people saying about trucks, I don't think, for me personally, trucks just don't have a place in my army just yet. For the points, I don't think they're worth it. I don't think they do offer what they can offer. They're just not good enough for myself. Maybe take some some boys down there with the demolition charge or something like that, or the burner boys, or there is some options that where they can be handy, but for me, I'm out. And of course, the planes. Wow, they have just done like a massive go up in points, and I was kind of like, whoa, okay. Planes are off the menu. Like, they've gone up so many points. I just didn't see planes actually being worthy anymore. No, I can't be wrong. Drop some comments down below. Let me know what you think. If you think actually, you know what, planes are going to play a massive great part in this edition, then fair play. But I just can't see the planes actually playing any part. They're just too many points for what they've gone for. So I ain't going to do that. Anyway, that is enough of me ranting. I think you've had enough of me for one night, and I don't blame you neither. Now, if you haven't already, and you do like what I'm saying, please come follow us on Facebook. Come follow us on YouTube. Make sure you're hitting that like, you're hitting that subscribe. We're all over Instagram. We're even on TikTok. Woohoo! And of course, I don't know if you can see behind, but I'm making a special little thing just for TikTok for a little bit of fun with the grots. But that's it. Anyway, that's me out, and peace. See you later.